Steel. Let's invite Jay Bala of cashthechaos.com on the show now. Jay, typically this November to December period is a good one for the markets. We tend to have that year-end rally globally and even in India. If you look back at the historical data, the October to December period has provided the maximum average returns compared to the prior periods. Are you anticipating a rally till the year end?
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show, Rima. You're spot on there. December is one of the best months for the Nifty. And this time around, not just for India, I think there's a probability of Santa Claus rally for the global markets too. So, and I had mentioned 2 weeks back that, if the markets were to take out 19,850, even on an intraday basis, that's good enough for an all-time high. I think that's what is going to happen. We saw a print of 19,875 on the 16th of November. So the probability that the markets are going to all-time high is the more probable event. But before that happens, we could see a sharp pullback to somewhere close to 19,300, 200. But the broader theme is that the 18,737 registered in October, that's going to hold for the year end. So I'm anticipating record highs into the year end. But as I mentioned 3 weeks ago, that that's probably going to be a major top. But so this is a rally that needs to be played for the short term.
Okay, so in the near term, you're saying we can pop up and make record highs, but post that you're not ruling us visit lower levels as well. We got that correct, right, Jay?
That's correct, Najib.
Okay, from the Nifty pack then, we're going to see this sort of a move. First on the upside, who's going to lead us up?
It's going to be not the banks, not Reliance. It's probably going to be IT and pharma, and a little bit of auto. I've been mentioning that within the auto space, two-wheelers are stronger than the three and four-wheelers. So, the heavies could be coming from the IT, autos, and pharma. Pharma is a little bit lightweight, but yeah, these three sectors are my focus.
Jay, hi. Good afternoon. Asking you a slightly sort of offbeat question. Chemical stocks. I don't know if you look at companies like Navin Fluorine or some of the other names, Gujarat Fluoro or Vinati Organics. I mean, they're all in the mid-cap space, the big mid-cap companies. Because on the fundamental side now, there's a big debate underway whether this big bear market, almost a 1.5 to 2 year bear market in chemicals, whether that's coming to any sort of an end, or even SRF for that. I mean, a lot of different stocks in this entire basket. Any thoughts here?
No, I don't think any of them are looking attractive at this moment. SRF, little bit, say something for the short term, but Navin Fluorine definitely doesn't look good. Probably, if you can classify Phillips Carbon Black into chemicals, no, that's a little bit of a stretch. But, probably it will fall under graphite, no. So, but other than that, I don't think anything within the chemical space looks attractive. Maybe a little bit of Deepak nitrate, yeah. So other than that, nothing very attractive.
Okay, so you mentioned Phillips Carbon Black branching out into commodities, bulk commodities. That just drove my attention back to Coal India and the kind of move that stock has made in the last couple of weeks, and then of course some profit taking. What do the charts say? Is this a move that could have more strength? Should one be trying to ride on it? Is anything changing?
Yeah, see, the PSUs, some of the PSU stocks like BEML, along with Coal India, are also looking a little bit interesting. But, Coal India looks like an exhaustive move for me. I need a little more, it's a little bit late, I would say, to participate here. So, it's an avoid for me. But BEML, may have a little bit of short-term upside. So, a little bit of, contrasting and cross currents over there. BHEL looks a little bit negative. BML looks positive. So, I would just take it stock by stock, rather than as a sector.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about a couple of other, key factors that we track from an India market perspective, and they played out in our favor. One is the dollar index, 107 we were fretting. It's down to around 103.5. We like that. Crude oil prices as well went all the way dancing to around $97 per ton. To our good luck, it's closer to around $80 per ton. However, both these two shaping up from here?
Yeah, dollar index is probably going to correct a little bit deeper than anticipated. It's probably 100, but although 102.5 is very critical, and watch the 1.08 handle on the Euro USD cross. I think this still looks like a corrective decline for the medium term for the dollar index. I think the 99 levels is likely to hold for the medium to long term. But, it's an evolving situation. We'll track that. But Brent definitely has a lower low due below the 76.6. But how it gets to the lower low, it's going to be pretty interesting. And I've always maintained for the last several months that, Brent is due to, crack lower than $70 that it registered in March. But if we get 84.5 first and then a lower low, then we need to revisit the situation. But, in the immediate scenario, we're getting a lower low below 76.6 for Brent.
Getting back to pharma, you said IT and pharma is likely to lead the markets higher in the next, 1 month. In the pharma space, which are the strongest stocks?
Yeah, obviously Aurobindo and Ajanta, they've been doing pretty well. So right now there is no participating setup at the moment. But if you want to look at something on a fresh long basis, you want to look at Dr. Reddy's and Divi's, and even a little bit of Cipla. Cipla might be, Cipla and Reddy might be the fresh breakout candidates here. Dr. Reddy with a stop below 5200 makes sense for an objective of about 6200. Cipla probably is heading to 1600. So watch out for these two. And the objective within the pharma sector itself, it's an unfinished move towards 16,100. And if Cipla and Dr. Reddy's better breakout, it might stretch to about 17,000.
Okay. Just to go back to the market as a whole, Jay, what's the thought? Because we have, last couple of days, it's been a little topsy-turvy, but then you get a day like today when it's been very steady consolidation, small steps, but incrementally sort of holding on to gains. Whether it's the Nifty or the bank Nifty, which anyway has been the problem child for this market, what do you see? Anything specific that you'd like to call out for the coming few weeks?
Yeah, as I mentioned in my last interaction, that's 2 weeks ago, I had said that the probability that Bank Nifty would underperform is a significant, outcome. So that's happening. If the Nifty were to go to all-time high, like I'm anticipating, the probability that Bank Nifty may not clock a new high is a good probability. But that doesn't change the situation. The pullback that I'm anticipating in the extreme short term to 19,200, that might be because of the banking index. And banking index could break the October low and then come back up. So that's probable outcome for the banking sector. And other than some PSU banks, I would avoid the entire banking space.
Jay, the two strongest stocks of the year have been auto names. So the first one is Tata Motors, which is up 75% year to date, followed by Bajaj Auto with a 57% rally. These are the top two Nifty gainers. Any thoughts on Tata Motors, Bajaj Auto? Do you think the next, few months could be a reversal of the gains as others catch up, or do you expect outperformance to continue?
Yeah, as I'm anticipating, a major top, it's going to be a reversal for most sectors. But as I even pointed out 2-3 weeks ago, that the two-wheelers are stronger, and I picked up Hero Motors for record highs, and that's come through. Bajaj Auto is the other one, and TVS Motors are the other. So these three names are strong within the auto space. Bajaj Auto still has got upside potential somewhere close to 6,000, but that could be an exhaustive move. But the strongest within that space for me is Hero Motors and TVS. Tata Motors, as I mentioned, 609 is very critical. As long as the stock stays above that, it's still trending up. But if 609 were to break, I would think it's a reversal for the particular stock and might have an impact on the overall sector.
Okay. All right, Jay, we'll leave it on that note. Thank you very much for joining in this afternoon. Appreciate you giving us perspective on the market. Well, we're all set.
Thank you for watching CNBC TV 18 and do follow us on all our social media platforms for news, updates and more.